Oh, it's time for
Fantasy Sports Teams Go!
Do. That's right, another podcast. We're without Ryan this week. He's suffering on vacation in Florida. It must be an awful time.
It's fucking hurricanes down there.
All those hurricanes and all those
Jay Cutler's
like
down
Jameis
there.
Winston and Jay Cutler's down there.
It's like Bortles.
It's there's so many turnovers in Florida. It's horrible. But yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of time, so we're just gonna get to it. Try not to ramble on too much today. But yeah, let's get into this preview. The first game that we're going to go through is Patrick and Kyle.
Let's get it.
And yep, all right, now it loaded. So yeah, Patrick and Kyle. So Matt Ryan's kind of been slumping here a little bit for Patrick, but he's going up against a pretty shit defense on Sunday night.
It's a revenge game too.
It's the revenge game. It's the Super Bowl rematch, New England, Atlanta. So,
At Foxborough.
Yeah, at Foxborough. So I don't know what to think about that.
Mariota has a good matchup. If he, I don't know, it depends.
Mariota looked pretty decent last night.
Would you want to start
Monday
Wentz?
night.
Because Wentz has been like great so far.
Playing Monday night against Washington? Yeah, maybe. I would consider it, but I mean, playing against Cleveland, that's really tempting.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I'd say that'll be a pretty close call. I guess just depending on what Kyle does, but I would probably play Mariota just because Cleveland's awful. But running backs, dude, can you believe Adrian Peterson last week?
Can you believe Mark Ingram?
That was both insane. Mark Ingram had the career game. Adrian Peterson looked like, before he beat his kid, he looked amazing. Leonard Fournette's been the best running back this season.
Yeah, it's like hands down, Fournette has been.
I was so
one of the
wrong
best.
about Leonard Fournette. I thought he was going to be a bust, but
He's been great.
he's been amazing. He's got at least one touchdown in every game.
I don't know if I would expect Peterson to continue that level of performance, but he is clearly
He's the lead back.
the lead back for Arizona now. It's hard to believe that Luke didn't pick him up, considering Luke loves Arizona
He
running
loves
backs.
those, yeah, he loves them. But okay, so Patrick's gonna have to do something with running back because he made that trade with Ross. Did you see that trade?
Yeah, I saw that trade.
Did you object to that trade?
I did object to that trade. I was like,
We both objected to that trade. It was a horrible trade. It's just terrible. Patrick, what do you
shouldn't it
think
be going through like any time now?
Probably within the next couple days, yeah. I think it's at Wednesday. But yeah, so he'll have to do something at running back, but I think Kyle would have the advantage anyways. But wide receivers, did you see that Antonio Brown touchdown from last week?
I watched every single touchdown that went against me last week.
that was really crazy. I was watching that live. I was like, holy fuck! Like
It bounced off.
like it should have been intercepted,
Yeah.
but that was crazy. But AJ Green's coming off a bye, so I think that he'll have a pretty good game for Kyle going against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense isn't like anything crazy, but they have been playing better lately.
Yeah, I think Brandon Cooks and Antonio Brown, great 1-2 punch for like that, but
Yeah.
when it comes to his third wide receiver for Patrick, that's where like things kind of get mucky because Tyrell Williams is not getting any kind of production at all.
No, he's in the back of the wide
Yeah.
receiver rotation because like with Mike, especially with Mike Williams coming back from injury now, so he's kind of like he's basically the next man out.
Yeah.
Williams is so.
I would put Macklin, which is in his flex,
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got him in his flex.
to
but
the third.
Yeah.
Then maybe James White as his flex for PPR version. James White killed the Falcons in the Super
Well,
Bowl.
he's gonna have to replace C.J. Anderson at that starting running back spot.
No, it isn't.
So he would have two holes to put in there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So he'd put
Jermaine Kearse.
Yeah, well, I'd put White for sure at the second running back because he's PPR god. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would consider Kearse. I'd probably say Kearse over Curley,
Yeah.
just because overall, talent-wise, he's the better receiver. But
Chris Thompson has been awesome for this season in general. Like,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of receivers that's topped 100 yards in a game so far this year, and Thompson's done it twice, and he's a
Yeah,
running
he
back.
did it against me last week, so it was interesting because I thought they were going to roll with Rob Kelly, big Rob Kelly,
Yeah.
but apparently that hasn't happened. So, but yeah, tight ends. I mean, Rudolph hasn't been that great this season. Surprisingly, I thought he was going to be good.
Delaney's been part of the offense for the most part. I don't know what he did last week off the top of my head, but like throughout, I feel like Delaney Walker's always been part of like the Titans offense, and he'll get worked in somehow
Yeah.
within the game. Like, they just love using that guy.
Yeah, he had 4 catches for 17 yards last night on Monday Night Football. So not too crazy. I mean, he was still getting targeted like
Yeah.
a lot though, because he was getting some targets in the end zone, but one of them was kind of an overthrow, but it hit him in the hand. So probably could have been caught, but I digress. But who do you think wins, man?
You know, I've been preaching it all year, and then, you know, it's funny, because I was preaching it all year, saying, like, I believe in this team, and then when I go up against them, I fucking lose. So that shows,
Shit's all
like,
over you.
I know, I was like, well, whatever, but I still believe Patty,
You think Patrick?
yeah, is going to get a win. I just like Patty's team. Like, he has solid running backs, even though he just traded C.J. Anderson, which I don't know why he would, because John Brown, I guess that's going to be, or Jerron Brown.
Yeah, it was Jerron Brown. It wasn't John Brown.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Jerron Brown isn't even like that. I feel like he's the third wide receiver for, like, J.J. Nelson, I feel, is still even higher than Jerron Brown.
Yeah, he is.
But I think Patty just has, like, Antonio Brown is always going to, like, I experienced it last week. He's going to, like, kill it. Brandon Cooks is getting, like, he's not even being that consistent, but he's having the most consistent fantasy production in his career, but that's because he is Tom Brady throwing to him. I just think Patrick's set up, and I think Matt Ryan is going to come out and probably torch the Patriots.
I'm going to go with Kyle. I think Kyle bounces back after I anally penetrated him last week.
What do you think Ryan?
What's that?
What do you think Ryan would say? Who will win?
I think Ryan would say...
I still have the Ryan thing.
What Ryan thinks?
The man.
Go get it. I'll make my pick real quick. I think Kyle's going to win. If he leaves Mariota in against Cleveland, that's potential big points. Peterson against the Rams, horrible defense, that could be big points. Leonard Fournette against Indianapolis, that is guaranteed going to be big points. AJ Green coming off a bye, that's looking pretty nice. Alshon had some pretty good production last week, even though he didn't have a touchdown or anything like that. And then Delaney Walker against Cleveland. Chris Thompson's been a PPR god. And Titans defense against... Kyle has a lot of Titans players.
He likes the Titans.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm going to go with Kyle. So how about you, Ryan? What do you think?
What do you think Ryan would say?
Well, I think that's going to be one of the closer games this week, just because of all the matchups. But I'm going to go with Patty. I think Patty gets the job done, and I think Matt Ryan throws for 5 touchdowns.
There you guys have it. We got 2 for Patty.
What a bold prediction from Ryan. 5
Woo.
touchdowns. That's...
Ryan.
Whoo!
Go to the next matchup.
All right, next matchup is me against Ryan. Let's see. Gotta get this loaded. Here we go. All right. See, I've kind of been going back and forth about quarterback, but I think I am going to leave Kirk Cousins in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's a better matchup. It's Monday night. Derek Carr's still got that injury thing kind of going. And Derek Carr plays Thursday. I don't typically like playing players on Thursday night.
No, I don't
Yeah,
like it.
especially a quarterback. So I think I'm going to leave Cousins in there. But Cam Newton at Chicago, that's a good matchup.
Newton came to life out of
Yeah.
nowhere. Like, he sucked. And
Once he called out that bitch reporter, I mean, it's he's been...
Ryan, which one you?
That's a good one.
I think I'm going to start Cam. Ben hasn't shown anything. He got lucky with that touchdown to Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But Cam's been more consistent lately. I got to roll with Cam.
Yeah, that's.
I agree, Ryan.
Yeah, I would have assumed he would have played Cam. That's good play, Ryan. Running backs, I would say he probably has me beat with Devontae Freeman.
Unless you get Zeke.
Well, I don't know. I still think he's going to be suspended. I didn't even know that was still ongoing.
I mean, I think he's meeting with the court today, so be on the lookout. He's meeting with the court today to file another appeal or something like that. I'm not sure.
I don't know how the law works. Like, basically...
Just tell me if he's suspended or if he's not.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, all the crazy lingo and all this shit, it's like, I don't understand what this means. Just tell me if he plays or not.
But all this is going to do is push it towards next year if he doesn't get suspended. And he's going to get suspended for, like, the first 6 games. He's going to get suspended regardless. Either he's going to get suspended from, like, this week and come back in the fantasy playoffs, or maybe even if the Cowboys need him in, like, the last couple games.
Yeah.
Or he's going to get suspended at the beginning of next year.
I would just get it out of the way now, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if it's going to come down to that, I'd just say, look, fuck it. Then this is just a waste of time.
Let's say he even does get suspended, like, he pushes us back 3 more weeks and he gets suspended then. Then that's just a waste.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Because you're hurting your potential playoff hopes. But yeah, I mean, Ajayi against the Jets, that's a pretty good matchup. Ajayi actually played really well last week. Jordan Howard played really well last week. My running backs are finally getting their shit together. It only took fucking 6 weeks for it to happen, but it happened. But
Jerick McKinnon,
he's been that lead back, and I kind of figured that he would after Cook went down. So he's been good.
Freeman's
playing against
great.
Baltimore. Freeman's the top 5 running back in my opinion. He's going against a poor defense against New England.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I would say that the running back matchups here are pretty good between me and Ryan.
I agree. I think you guys both have some pretty good running back matchups going on. Regardless of, if you do get Zeke or not with the trade for that week, I think Ajayi is still good.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, especially against the Jets.
Yeah, looking at wide receivers, I think you have a matchup, because Amari Cooper is not showing it. I can't even imagine Amari Cooper doing anything.
He's going to kill it this week just because he's playing against me and it's a Thursday. The last, 2 or 3 weeks, I went against players on Thursday night that have just tore me a new asshole. Like, it was Todd Gurley and Carlos, or not Todd Gurley.
Are you playing against Michael Crabtree this week, perhaps? No, I'm joking.
Well, he might get his too.
I hope so.
But a couple weeks ago, Luke killed me on Thursday night with Sammy Watkins and Carlos Hyde. And then last week, it was Carson Wentz. So, is it going to continue? Probably.
He also has Kelsey going.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got Kelsey and Amari Cooper both on Thursday. But I'm countering with Tyreek Hill on Thursday. That is if he plays, because he was in concussion protocol at the end of that game on Sunday.
I saw that hit.
So did I. It did not look good. Yeah, it looked... there's an update on him. It said testing determined that he did not suffer a concussion. Oh.
Breaking news.
Well, sources are telling me right now that he's probably going to play Thursday, and I don't have anything to worry about. So, but yeah, it's always concerning when one of your wide receivers is also the punt returner, and something like that happens. It irks me a little bit. But Mike Evans has been about as consistent a wide receiver in the league, I would say.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's definitely a top talent. He always puts up his numbers. But, I mean, even with Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing to him last game.
Yeah, he still had a touchdown and almost 100 yards. And then Landry, he's a PPR god just because he gets all the catches for 3 yards. So that's always nice. But I think Chris Hogan's in for a pretty good day.
Yeah, I think the Jets obviously game planned for Chris Hogan last week, and it showed. Amendola's always out there as a good option, especially if Edelman being out. Amendola's always shown that he can play.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's missing Hopkins this week, so
that is nice.
That's nice.
That's 2 weeks in a row that I've missed the top receiver on an opponent's team. Last week it was AJ. So that's always nice.
That is very nice.
I'll definitely take that. But I would say he's probably got me beat at tight end. Travis Kelce is the top 2 or 3 tight end in the league.
Evan Ingram
But-
has to catch the pass now. Like, there's no one else
He's it, man.
that they can throw it to.
He is all they have until Shepard comes.
He's their
back.
number one read.
Yeah.
He's
which
like, Evan Ingram's not open. Let's throw it to Orleans Stockwell.
Yeah.
We have to dump it off.
yeah. I'm gonna reap all the benefits for that, but I would still say Kelsey's got the advantage there. Oh look, Ryan picked up one of my former running backs, Isaiah Crowell. He's playing him this week. This is gonna be the week that he kills it too.
You dropped me, Mom. That's what I'm planning.
All right. I want to ask Ryan first. Who do you think wins, buddy?
I think it's going to be a good matchup. I have some good players going.
Mm-hmm.
You have some good players going.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm going to get it. I just think, your team has been hot. And especially if you get Zeke, there's no way I'm going to be able to compete. I had a down week last week. I don't really see it coming back. But I think I put up a good fight. So I think you get the win, Vaughn.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the confidence. I'm going to go with Ryan because he was so nice to me with that prediction. I'm going to be nice to Ryan back. I think that he's going to get some big production from Travis Kelce and his running backs, Freeman and McKinnon, this week. I'm sure that one of my players is going to just have a goose egg or a dud or something. But yeah, Ryan, I'm gonna go with you, buddy. So
Thank you.
Brian, who do you think wins?
I think Ryan might win this, in all honesty. I think Ryan has a chance to perform. Cam's been hot. Freeman's been... That's just a revenge game. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with that.
I think he plays well.
McKinnon, I don't see stopping. Like, he's been good.
Good matchup, too.
And Hogan's probably one of the top receivers in the league right now. I can't think of a receiver that plays more consistently. I know he had a down week last week, but the dude's had a touchdown.
The whole team had a down week last week, and they still won.
So I think that Ryan's going to get the win.
I think so too. I hope not, but we'll see. So next matchup here is our fantasy commissioner here, Ross Corbett, the collusion artist himself. He's 6-0, playing against Tyler.
It must be nice to have the least amount of points scored against you in the league.
Yeah, it must be nice. Yeah. The collusion here is just phenomenal, Ross. Hashtag not my commissioner.
Hashtag
Put that
not
on Twitter.
my commissioner.
Put that on Twitter. So Tyler, he's got a quarterback problem right now. Aaron Rodgers is probably out for the year, which is basically great for everybody on planet Earth except for Packer fans and fantasy owners. So sorry, Tyler, that sucks. But Dak Prescott against the 49ers for Ross, that's just like points everywhere, dude.
I say it just depends on Zeke still.
I don't even think it depends on Zeke at that point. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a very good game. I mean, the Cowboys are coming off a bye. The 49ers have sucked all season. So I think that I think that'll be a pretty nice game for Prescott. Running backs, I mean, Duke Johnson's still catching the shit out of the ball, and Todd Gurley is still a beast.
But Doug Martin came out and he's performing really well.
I don't like the matchups for Ross, though. At Buffalo for Doug Martin, and then against Denver for
Those
Melvin
are really
Gordon.
bad.
Those aren't very good matchups.
Orleans Darkwood just played really well.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
But I don't think that's going to happen again.
It's the first time this year that the Giants won and Ross didn't lose. I'm surprised. I thought that Ross had to lose for them to win.
They can't even think right.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Ross, get your shit together, man. Yeah, I don't like those matchups for Ross's running backs, but Todd Gurley against Arizona and then Duke Johnson against Tennessee, I mean, not great matchups, but also not bad matchups. Wide receivers, Julio at New England. That could be a lot of points.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. Why is Ryan Anderson in Tyler's lineup?
That's literally the only receiver I can see. Like that's contributing.
For the Jets?
No, I'm just
Or what
saying
you
for Tyler.
Oh, okay.
I guess maybe if you want to chase, maybe go for Cole Beasley. I know he had a good game the last
I
time he
can see
played.
Cole Beasley having a pretty good game.
But that might be a good play just because you are going up against Dak Prescott. Like you start Cole Beasley, and
You're going to get points, Ross is going to get points, it all equals out.
no matter what, if Dak Prescott throws a touchdown to Cole Beasley, you still get more points than Dak Prescott would get points.
Yeah.
That's just how its receivers will always get more points for a touchdown than
a quarterback
will.
Yep.
So that would be a good option to even look at right there, is starting Cole Beasley against Dak. I mean, over Robbie Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
Over Travis Benjamin, yeah. Like that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I would agree, man. But for Ross, his receiver, they got pretty good matchups. Kelvin Benjamin at Chicago, Michael Thomas at Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay's defense isn't anything good, and Kelvin Benjamin, I feel like he could have a pretty good game against Chicago.
I think the Saints. My bold thing is I think the Saints are going to march into Lambeau and blow out the Packers.
You think they're going to blow them out?
I think it's going to be a pretty bad game without Rodgers there.
I wouldn't be upset about it, dude.
Without Rodgers there, I don't think Hundley. What's his name?
Brett Hundley.
Brett Hundley. He didn't look that great.
Yeah.
And the Saints have been really good at defense the past couple of weeks.
They have been.
So I think the Saints are going to go into Lambeau and they're going to put up a nice win against the Packers. So,
I'm more than okay with that. Like, fuck Green Bay, helps out the Lions. Yeah, I'm all about it. But yeah, I could definitely see a blowout of some
Marshawn
sort.
Lattimore's been like a great.
He's been, yeah, dude.
Quarterback.
That was a good pick for them. He's been a revelation for that defense. Tight ends. Jordan Reed at Philadelphia for Tyler, and then Zach Ertz. They're both Monday.
Yeah, Ertz has been essentially the number one tight end so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, even last week when he didn't even play that well, both his catches were for touchdowns.
That's what you want, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want out of any player. So, I mean, 2 catches for 18 yards doesn't seem like that much, but factoring those 2 touchdowns, still 15 points.
Yeah.
So, you'll take points any way that you can get them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a good tight end matchup.
McCaffrey, I think, is better than Blunt. McCaffrey's been really good with Cam kind of waking up and going at it.
I think he may have some problems against Chicago's front seven, though.
Think so?
I think so. That's like the one part of their defense or part of their team even that is just really good. What's his name? Leonard Floyd.
Yeah.
He's a beast. So I could see him having some problems, but I agree. I still think McCaffrey's the better play over LeGarrette Blount against Washington. So
we're going for predictions?
Yeah. Well, who do you think wins?
I think Ross wins.
You think Ross wins?
I just think I don't.
This is a no-brainer pick. I'm sorry, Tyler. I love you, buddy.
Yeah, man. I don't see how you could disagree, Ross.
Okay, nice for you to finally speak up, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't say anything about
Come on.
the rest of the matchup.
Yeah, dude. He's fucking napping over here, dude. But yeah, all right. It's a sweep, clean sweep.
Sweet.
Ross is gonna win, and the Giants are gonna lose. Wait, who do the Giants play this week?
I actually do not know.
Hold on, let me look. They're not on their bye, are they? Oh, they play Seattle. Yeah, they're gonna lose. Okay. Next game is Zach against Luke, and Zach's got a pretty quarterback coming his way, and Jared Goff.
Yeah, he does.
Jared Goff's
That's going to be a great quarterback matchup, like Bortles against Jared Goff.
Oh, yeah, baby. Although Blake Bortles at Indianapolis, that could be some nice points.
They could.
If Luke decides to actually use him and not drop him, because it seems like he's been doing that all year, flip-flopping between quarterbacks. But, I mean, that could be some nice points, but probably an interception or 2 to go along with it. Running backs. I mean, I do not like Latavius Murray at all for Luke. Carlos Hyde could have a nice game, just depending on how the carries go, because they said that they were gonna go with the hot hand, and if he's not the hot hand, he's probably not gonna get a lot of carries. So if he's the hot hand, then he's gonna put up points. DeMarco looked pretty good last night, and he's playing Cleveland this week.
Ty, I guess, can play with broken ribs.
And I fucking guess so. I mean, I don't understand that, but more power to him if he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play that well, just because New Orleans defense is somehow alive.
I expect like all Packers players to kind of take a step back
this week, or just in general.
In general, in fantasy, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Jordy Nelson's stock is going way down at this point.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I agree. But like,
yeah, sorry, buddy.
I mean, I don't see him going down to the point of him being unstartable.
No, I'd still play him.
But like, he doesn't have the upside that I thought he was going to have so far this year. But I would say, he's still startable. I think the only Packers player that doesn't lose value is Randall Cobb.
Why is that?
Because I see Cobb as that. He's always has been like more in their possession ones. Like it's always Jordy doing some kind of cross. Devontae Adams catches touchdowns or goes a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And Cobb has always been more like a safety valve kind of, getting it through the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Martellus gets a bump or Brett Hundley. Like, they have to make some kind of easy passes for him to do.
And he'll probably be the guy to do it.
Yeah, I just see Cobb as being that option.
I can see it. You're definitely not far off. Wide receivers. Well, he's going to have to put Golden Tate out of his lineup because he's on a bye. So he'll probably put in...
Gittin-Juice?
Maybe Ted Gittin-Juice. Or
maybe
Taylor Gabriel against a shitty New England defense.
The Bible singer.
Yeah. So I would say that either of those guys would be a pretty good play. Honestly, I wouldn't be questioning one choice over the other.
Yeah,
but Demaryius, I mean, he had a good game Sunday night against New York.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's playing the Chargers, it's not like their defense is anything to gloat about.
Well, and Sanders got injured, and he sounds like he might miss time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So Demaryius...
Yeah, he did get... Yeah, his ankle. He rolled up that ankle.
So Demaryius might get a lot more targets.
Workload. Yeah. Speaking of Randall Cobb, there he is, Brian.
Speaking of Emmanuel Sanders, there he is too. I didn't even notice that.
So yeah, was there an update on Sanders? Let's see. He said Monday that Sanders will miss Sunday's game. Oh, okay. So
that's an early report.
That is a big update.
He's already out.
He's already confirmed out. So he's gonna. Let's see. Okay, Sammy Watkins is really the only choice that he has. So. And who's Sammy playing? Arizona? That's not a very good matchup.
Patrick Peterson.
Yeah. No, you never want to go up against Peterson or the Honey Badger. That's never fun. But, I mean, Alan Hearns, maybe he has a good game because of the matchup playing against Indianapolis. Yeah, these wide receivers. I mean, Robert Woods,
Woo!
Yeah, this is bad. Let's get out of this. Let's go to the tight ends.
Gronk.
Going against Atlanta, that could be good points because, I mean, it's always good points with Gronk. But Antonio Gates against Denver's defense.
Gronk didn't play in the Super Bowl, did he? I forgot all about that.
No,
he did not. To see him play now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it'd be great to see Edelman play. I love seeing Edelman play.
Edelman is fun to watch. But yeah, Gates against Denver's D. I mean, Engram played well against Denver's defense. He had big points.
The San Diego tight ends are going to be kind of harder to watch because Hunter Henry also had a really good game last week.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I feel like there's so many receiving weapons.
There are
on San Diego.
Yeah,
like, you think about
a ton.
Too many.
Like, I think it kind of makes you wonder why they drafted Mike Williams in the first round this past year. Like I don't know. I didn't understand that pick at the time, and I still kind of don't understand it.
No.
I mean, you think that they would have went for defense again.
Yeah, but this is also San Diego. I'm sorry, it's not even San Diego anymore.
It's always San Diego to me, damn it.
Good morning, San Diego.
It's still San Diego to me, damn
it. But that's another thing that we have to pay attention to,
Yeah.
San Diego just sucks, or Los Angeles. Man, I will never
San
say
Diego.
that.
Nah, yeah, they suck. They're not good. All right, well, we'll get off the San Diego talk with the prediction. Ryan, who do you think wins, buddy?
I just think this is kind of a rough match to look
This
at
is
here.
a fucking bad game.
Like it's hard to see what's actually going to go on. I guess I'm going to have to go with Luke. I think Luke's going to put up a good showing. He has Gronk, who's always great, and Carlos Hyde put up a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why he still has Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles, they specifically say they could win games by not letting Blake Bortles throw football, so I don't see why I would want him in fantasy. Thanks, Ryan. That was a
That's
good
good.
one.
Good insight.
Good
buddy.
insight.
Good insight. Great analysis. I actually think Zach's gonna win.
Yeah?
I think once he gets Goff in the lineup and he gets Golden Tate out of his lineup and puts in whatever receiver he puts in, I think he has a chance to put up some nice points this week. I think Murray is gonna have a pretty good game. I think Demaryius is gonna have a really nice game, and I think Antonio Gates has a chance to put up some points. And Eric Decker, his flex spot against Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think he has the potential to put up more points than Luke, but I think Luke is going to get nice points from Gronk and maybe Randall Cobb. Maybe. I mean, maybe Carlos Hyde, too. But other than that, I don't like Bortles. I don't like Latavius Murray.
Neither do I.
Yeah, so that's all she wrote.
I think Zach has a chance to get a win here.
Mhm.
I still don't really believe in Luke's team. I don't know. There's just not a lot of great players.
I know.
Except for Gronk. And
Yeah.
the David Johnson injury,
It fucked him.
it fucked him really
Mhm.
hardcore. I don't know what we'd be saying about Luke's team if David Johnson was still playing, because obviously they can still put up. Look at Adrian Peterson, what they did with him. So imagine if David Johnson was still there. You'd be killing it.
Exactly.
So I think, but we can't live in that alternate universe. We're not there.
If only.
Yeah. So
If only we could pull a Rick and Morty and do
So-
some weird shit and.
in that universe, Julian Edelman never got injured.
Ah!
David Johnson's still there. Hey Manning somehow never got injured. But I think Zach's gonna win.
Like Bortles is a good quarterback.
Whoa!
Ah! It's the scariest of them all. Okay, next matchup is you against John.
3-3.
3-3. That's right.
Let's get it.
Oh, Russell Wilson at New York Football Giants.
I don't think Russell Wilson plays a 1 o'clock game at all, ever. I don't think I've ever seen this Seahawks play.
It's well, same with the Cowboys. Those two teams, and I know that Seattle, it's just because they're on the West Coast,
Yeah.
but Dallas, it's like, oh, let's throw all the fucking 4 o'clock games their way. But yeah, Russell Wilson's same. Like, it's always those 4 o'clock. Do you not like that, or?
I mean, it's
Pretty
kind I like it because I like being able to. Cause, I don't know. Most of the time, I see like 1 o'clock games. I usually play people that have 1 o'clock games for the most part.
I do like the earlier games better. Like,
So-
I love having the Lions play at 1 o'clock, because then you don't get pissed off for all that long. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a night game, then you go to bed.
You go to
pissed.
bed pissed.
Yeah, it's like, I feel the same way about U of M football. It's like, the earlier they play, the better.
Disney's
for me.
time to get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um.
So, but, I mean, well, this is a 4 o'clock game where they're at New York, so that just sucks for them. Sucks for you, but yeah, I mean, quarterback matchups, I think, Ross, get your fucking Facebook post out of here. I'm trying to do a show, goddammit. Winston, if he plays, I still don't even think he's going to have a good game.
Yeah, Buffalo's
Buffalo's
defense is really good.
kind of good, yeah.
I kind of break now going up against Watson right now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that is nice.
but
Yeah, he's on bye, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. He's been really good. But quarterback matchups aside, I mean, McCoy, he's hit or miss, but he's always been that way.
I thought, beforehand, like he was going to be their only option, but then Charles Clay showed up and, blah, blah, blah. But now he actually is
Yeah,
their only option.
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm interested to see what McCoy does out of the bye And he's been pretty solid in fantasy so far this year, putting up an average of at least 13 points.
Yeah.
So we got to see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes, but, I mean, Tariq Cohen hasn't done shit last two or 3 weeks. So I would, honestly, I'd probably drop him.
People have kind of game planned for him now.
Yeah.
But that's not like he has Joe Mixon he can put in.
Joe Mixon's been all right, man. I would consider that. Powell's injured right now. So, yeah, I mean, Mixon's probably the only other guy, but... Kareem Hunt Thursday, man. How do you think he's going to do on Thursday?
Thursday Night Football,
yeah,
I feel like is always more running and defensive oriented.
I think he's going to put up a big game.
I
think he's going to kill it.
I mean,
Thursday.
I hate to say it, but like I think he's like due for like a bigger game.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't really done much like since the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, he kind of dipped off a little bit.
He dipped off. I mean, maybe
bit.
hit like a little rookie wall. I think Andy Reid's gonna figure out some way to incorporate him more into the offense.
Yeah, I think given the trajectory of Thursday night games and how they've always played out, I think he's gonna put up.
Last time he played Thursday Night Football,
that's right.
He had 3 touchdowns,
but he also fumbled.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So he's due for a fumble as well, But yeah, I mean, it's not like Oakland's defense is anything great anyways. They've kind of, overall as a whole team, just haven't been that good. But Kamara at Green Bay, I think that could be some nice points for you too, buddy.
I think Kamara is going to be still have the bigger role within the New Orleans as the running back offense.
I agree.
Even though that Mark Ingram had the better game. I just think Kamara is the more explosive play. They use him, like Drew Brees is always thrown to the running back. I just think Mark Ingram is the better play against the Lions.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kamara will bounce back, especially against a Green Bay defense that isn't all that great right now, and the New Orleans offense is really firing on all cylinders at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receivers, Michael Crabtree, he's been catching every single touchdown for that team, so if Oakland does indeed score in this game, it will probably be from Crabtree.
Literally one of the most consistent receivers I've ever had.
No, he's doing really well. And then you've got Doug Baldwin against New York, which, I mean...
Sanders and Thomas had a good game.
That's true, but the secondary is still pretty good for New York, so who knows what can happen.
I gotta see how the Seahawks are going to play, like, coming out of the bye. Because I'm almost tempted to play Palmer over Wilson.
Really?
Because Palmer is proving more...
Who are they playing? They're playing the Rams?
The Rams.
Okay.
It's the Rams. They play the Rams.
Okay. It's just at LA.
Yeah. It's put LAR.
Yeah, LAC for Chargers. They do that. But yeah, that would be interesting.
I just think, I want to see how the Seahawks respond after the bye because they've been really bad on offense so far.
Yeah.
They've essentially been Michigan of the NFL.
Yeah, basically.
But if I'm looking at the receivers on John's side, Dez finally has a week where he isn't going up against a good secondary.
Yeah, at San Fran.
Larry Fitzgerald has been still kick ass. Like him and Frank Gore are like the old guys at the YMCA that just school you.
Yeah, they essentially are, dude. He's been a revelation.
Keenan Allen, like I like Keenan Allen. He's a good football player. There's so many weapons, but he's still
too many weapons.
There's too many weapons. He hasn't had a touchdown, but I mean
this whole year.
No,
he hasn't scored one touchdown.
I don't think he scored one touchdown this entire year.
See if this loads. I'll look. He's got one. It was week 1. Well, but other than that, but just because of PPR and yards,
he's probably due to get one against me.
Maybe. I mean, his one touchdown was against Denver, week 1, at Denver.
There you go. It's against me.
It might be that time again.
I think he matches me in wide receiver production.
I would say so too, just because T.Y.'s matchup against Jacksonville is a tough one, and then who knows what Doug Baldwin and, like you said earlier, Seattle, how their offense is going to play out of the bye. Crabtree could get some touchdowns though, so you've got that going for you.
Yeah.
Tight end, I would say that's pretty close actually, just because all those weapons that they have in LA with Hunter Henry and Antonio Gates and all the receivers that they have. Who knows? Hunter Henry, it seems like he either goes for like 5 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown, and then the next week he'll have 1 catch. That's just kind of how it goes with that team. So I don't really know how to evaluate the tight end matchup.
I think he has a better tight end. Severian Jenkins had a touchdown the past 2 weeks, and he's been getting targeted really well.
Hit 8 catches last week.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop. I think he's going to continue. McCown has been a pretty good quarterback so far this year.
Not bad.
So I think he keeps it up.
Yeah, I'd say he probably has a slight advantage over you at tight end. Flex. I mean, who knows how Jordy Nelson's going to play?
Yeah,
are you going to play him? Are you going to play Jordy?
I don't think I could sit Jordy.
No? Okay. That's what I figured. Pierre Garçon, he's the lead guy there, so who knows? I mean, this is actually a really hard game to evaluate.
This is a very tough matchup, and I understand. So you wanted to go into predictions here?
Yeah. Let's start with Ryan, since you've been sitting on the ground this whole time, you drunk ass. What do you think? This is a harder one to evaluate. I totally was looking at my phone on the ground this entire time. But I'm going to go with Brian. I think Kareem Hunt has a really nice game on Thursday night. He's going to run for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Kamara, I think he's going to play really well. And then Crabtree's probably going to put up a couple touchdowns. Go Brian.
Thank you, Smash Bro.
Wow. It's just straight rooting for you over John.
I love it.
I guess our Downriver boys got to stick together. But I think this is going to be a really close. I think this may be the game of the week, honestly. Oh, man, this is close. I'm going to say Brian, too. Like Ryan said, I think Kareem Hunt is going to put up some big points. I don't know about 140 yards and 2 touchdowns like what this drunk ass is saying. But I think he'll put up some big points. I think Baldwin does end up having a pretty good game against the Giants. What do you think, buddy?
I mean, how can I
It's
go?
Close, isn't it?
It's a close game.
Yeah.
But how can I go against the norm? I've been having the same prediction for myself the entire year, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to win.
Stick with your guns, Brian.
I'm going to win.
I like it.
Sorry, John. I mean, maybe
Yeah, sorry,
if Ryan wasn't drunk, he might have picked you.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, just lying on the floor. But final matchup here, Autumn against Heather. Battle of the 2 girls. Finally get some cat fights going on. Rawr. Cat fight. Quarterback matchup. This is about as close of a quarterback matchup that you can get.
Yeah.
Tom Brady against Atlanta, Drew Brees against Green Bay.
They might equal themselves out.
They could, honestly. I mean, look at the projected points for them. 23.37 for Brady, 23.47 for Brees.
Look at the projected points for them right now at the moment.
Oh my God.
113.98 for Autumn, 113.8 for Heather. But Heather does have a player on bye.
Yeah, Lamar Miller's on bye, so she'll have to switch that out.
Shane Vereen.
Yeah.
Or Tevin Coleman.
Or put Tevin Coleman at running back and do something else. I don't know. So yeah, her points will go up when she does that. But running backs, Le'Veon Bell's going to put up points. Like, there's no denying that.
He always does. Always does, always will.
I would say Le'Veon Bell by himself might have a chance at putting up more points than Gore and Lynch combined.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think there's that potential. So there's that. Wide receivers, Adam Thielen's about as sure thing for
With Diggs,
PPR.
With Diggs not playing.
With Diggs not playing and Case Keenum loving him.
I think they sit Diggs for one more week.
I think it'd probably be the right move. They're not going up against a divisional opponent, and Baltimore's not very good anyways.
Yeah, but Bridgewater might come back eventually.
He might. I saw that. I'm happy for him, dude.
Devontae Adams, I think, takes the biggest step back. Even though he did catch the touchdown from Hundley, I just don't know what's going to happen. We don't ever see the Packers without Rodgers.
It's weird.
How can we get that?
Watching the Packers without Rodgers is. I mean, I like it, but it's just strange. Aguilar, he's been pretty good.
Yep.
Surprisingly, I don't know how, he kind of just came out of nowhere. He whooped my ass a couple weeks ago, and then last week he put up 15 points. So, he's got 4 touchdowns this year. Like, that's pretty good for a guy that just coming out of the slot.
You keep him.
Yeah, I would keep that rolling.
I think
The wide receivers sorry to cut you off, but the receivers for Autumn's team are just not good.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what she could do, but I think what she has might be her best bet. I wouldn't play Kenny Stills in her flex.
I would put Kenny Stills in her lineup over a guy like Paul Richardson.
I think I might do Lee.
Really?
Yeah,
I think Lee has just because of the matchup though.
It's hard.
I would say just because of the matchup, Lee playing the Colts and Richardson playing the Giants.
I don't know how she sits Giovanni Bernard. That's the problem.
How's he been doing?
I feel like he's been he's came back up.
Let's see. So far this week, this year, 8 points, 4 points, 11, 19, and 5, and it's basically all been from catching, which is not a problem. But and then he's coming off a bye week, so yeah, I would think about starting Bernard over
Stills or Lee
No,
Richardson.
I would leave Stills in. I would because he's the number 2 guy right now with Parker injured.
Yeah.
I'd probably take Richardson out.
All right.
But that's just me.
Yeah. Tight end. Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. No. I would take Graham over Cook. I don't think Cook. I mean, it's just those Thursday games. I don't like playing players that aren't running backs.
I'm not a fan of Jared Cook. Never have.
No, me neither. I do like Graham more than Cook, but they're saying Cook's projected 11 points. Graham's only projected 9. So I don't know. But
what do we know?
Yeah, I'm not a fantasy expert or anything. But yeah, Tevin Coleman in the flex for Heather right now.
He's gonna play good.
He's been playing good all year, dude.
Yeah,
he's been. I got him in. I have him in a standard league, and he puts up big points. I mean, it's awesome having him. So let's see. I guess that's really about it. Are there any other potential bench spot? No, I don't think so. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up. Who wins?
Oh, the cat fight. I think
cat fight.
It's hard.
This might actually be a pretty decent game.
I guess Heather might win. I think Heather has some better. It just depends. If Deshaun gets a long ball, and if Lynch can punch it in at like a 1 yard line, then I would say Autumn has a chance. But I think Heather has a bigger chance of winning.
Yeah, I think Heather's going to win too. Just because Tom Brady and Le'Veon Bell, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's been like that all season. So, Ryan, good to see that you woke up. Who do you think wins, buddy?
What team are we doing again?
We're doing the cat fight of the week, which is Autumn and Heather.
Are you sure that's not Kyle against Ross?
Yeah, no. I mean, it might be that game, but we're analyzing Heather and Autumn right now. Who do you think wins, buddy?
I think looking at teams that Heather has a better advantage. Tom Brady to go, Le'Veon Bell. There was 2 right there can win you a week, and I think this is one of those weeks. So that's why I say Heather gets the win.
All right. It is decided. That's all the time we got this week for our awesome Fantasy Sports Teams Go podcast. Thank you for watching. Ryan should be back next week unless he gets intercepted by Jay Cutler in Florida. So, without further ado...
There's a chance that might happen, though.
It might happen. So, Ryan, come back safe, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.